EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Buffalo Bills. The second of our 5 international games this season, the Jags and Bills underway here in North London. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Lawrence going to put it up right away. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Yeah, I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, as built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep for Buffalo is Nyheim Hines. And this will be taken at the 13. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Up the middle, it's Cook. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. You look at this Jaguar defense.
Now, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They run it again with Cook. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. And now they'll throw with Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves John that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. You look at this Buffalo defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And this is one of those something's got to give games. You got the number 1 passing team in the NFL against the number 1 defense against the pass. A lot of times the battle's in the trenches. We know that. We see it all the time. But this one, this game's going to be won on the outside.
That is caught. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
And he is going to have a Jags first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 7-yard line. A big pickup there on the run. Give him 42 yards on the ground. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bills 7, Jaguars nothing.
And they'll run with ETN.
And he stopped immediately there.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finish.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dalton Kincaid. 55 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I know guys who design defenses, they try to prepare for everything, but you ignore the guy who plays tight end at your own peril.
Yeah, and he's like having another wide receiver out there sometimes, right?
Exactly right, because they're such a matchup nightmare, and they're hybrid guys. Are they receivers? Are they big guys that block? How about the one we just saw there? Catch it and go. Run after catch. All the way into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
It's still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big one on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 4. ETN once more. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. Now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. 27 yards there, a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Throwing now is Allen. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jaguars will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. This now a 3rd and 4. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 14-0 lead, they may just try to get this to the locker room. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their pass.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
They go play action with Lawrence. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position. I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
And he's got room. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 114 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll run with Etienne. There's the stiff arm. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. That one goes for 8 yards.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. This is caught. It's Hardy. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That'll be marked act as a 27-yard pickup. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 11 more on that one and another first down. They run again on first down. Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A quick throw into the hands of Hardy. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. This drive has been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Cook. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, it's Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. Down the left sideline. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and run it up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown! Dalton Kincaid, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Lawrence will throw. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. So after the INT, it's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10.
On the coverage.
Allen now looks to throw. And complete right side to Cook. Down the sideline he goes. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Allen going to change it up. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Here's Cook again. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
On 1st down, Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. Well, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 29 yards. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So Allen's going to look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4.